Good evening, and thank you for taking the time to allow me to present to you my research paper proposal. My research proposal will cover the topic of business process reengineering, but more specifically, my research is geared to examining how has business process reengineering techniques contributed to the performance of an organization, namely ABC Company Limited. My presentation today will provide you with an introduction that will cover the statement of the problem, purpose of the research questions and sub-questions, and significance of the research. I will also provide a summary of the literature review related to my proposed research, the methodology that will be used in the research, the data collection and analysis procedures, and some closing remarks. I will now provide you with a brief background on ABC Company Limited and a general description of the problem to be researched. ABC Company Limited is an indigenous financial institution operating in the Caribbean and regulated by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. In recent years, the company has made significant investments in its operations and has seen continuous growth. Statement of the problem. ABC Company Limited has undertaken a number of business process reengineering exercises aimed at improving its performance. However, the company has seen mixed results in its performance as internal and external feedback suggests that their business processes are inefficient despite their balance sheet reflecting improved performance. Therefore, the purpose of this research is to examine the effects of business process reengineering techniques on an organization's performance. Our research question is, how has business process reengineering techniques contributed to ABC Companies Limited performance? In conducting this research, we will also seek to answer the following. What were the challenges faced by the company that led to the business performance reengineering exercise or exercises? What are the benefits of business process reengineering in the company? What techniques did the company employ or use in its business process reengineering? And what were the key success factors in implementing business process reengineering in the company? You may ask, why is this research important or significant? Firstly, there is little to no literature or research that examine business process reengineering in the context of organizations operating in the Caribbean. This research will seek to contribute to the existing body of literature from the perspective of an organization operating in the Caribbean. Secondly, there has been extensive research that evaluates business process reengineering on the overall performance of an organization with little emphasis on the performance at the business process level. Hence, organizations may not be truly aware or have little insight on the impact and contribution of business process reengineering from a process level on their overall performance. This research seeks to fill this gap by providing a qualitative and quantitative perspective of the effects of business process reengineering on performance at the business process level. Thirdly, from the perspective of ABC Company Limited, this research will provide an assessment to whether the business process reengineering has translated or contributed to the overall performance of the company, and has the business process reengineering efforts realized the intended objectives. I will now present a summary of the literature review related to my proposed research. The existing literature has revealed that the definition of business process reengineering has varied between many authors. However, the consensus is that business process reengineering relates to the fundamental redesigning and improving business processes to bring about change in an organization for better performance. For the purpose of this research, the definition offered by Musa 2017 would be adopted. The definition states, business process reengineering is the rethinking and redesign of business processes to achieve improvements in the measures of performance such as speed, cost, and quality. Further, the literature has shown that information technology can be considered as a foundation and one of the most important and critical factors in business process reengineering. In addition, many service sector organizations fail to consider the potential benefits of business process reengineering. Many are of the opinion or the notion that business process reengineering is more applicable to manufacturing firms. However, Studies by Navida 2014 and Ringham et al. 2013 has shown that business process reengineering is applicable across all industries. For example, Navida 2014 noted that business process reengineering can enable banking organizations to develop new tools, concepts, and mindsets to cope with the changing dynamics in the financial industry to improve performance. Further, literature has also indicated that improved organizational performance and results by redesigning and replacing inefficient processes as required is one of the outcomes of business process reengineering. The review of the existing literature indicated that business process reengineering is not risk-free. Bhaskar and Singh 2014 noted that one of the risks associated with business process reengineering is that organizations reduce their capacity for future growth, as business process reengineering is intended to change the organization and not to preserve the status quo. Resistance to change, unrealistic scope, misunderstanding, and management were viewed as the primary causes of business process reengineering failures in organizations. Hussain and Dakar 2014 noted that the lack of tools and methods for managing change have contributed or can be attributed to the lack of success of business process reengineering in organizations. Habib 2013 cited that the attainment of business process reengineering objectives are not assured unless the critical success factors are properly determined. The literature showed that there is a positive correlation between the critical success factors of business process reengineering and improved organizational performance. Companies that properly defined and determined the critical success factors for business process reengineering recorded improved performance. However, the literature indicated that the measurement of overall performance by itself can conceal the contribution of the various business processes. Therefore, the measuring of the business process efficiency was seen as an important determinant to measure overall performance and assess the contribution of business process reengineering to performance. The next sections of my presentation will cover the research methodology, the data collection, and analysis procedures. The mixed method research methodology would be used for the purpose of conducting this research. The combination of the qualitative and quantitative approach will provide a more complete understanding of the research problem. Interviews, questionnaires, review of documentation such as the project files and reports, observations, and measurements would be used to collect the quantitative and qualitative data. The data sources for this research would be the management and project team that were involved in the business process reengineering exercise, the staff in the business area that were directly impacted by the business process reengineering, random sampling of staff from other business areas, and financial and performance reports. Data collection. The data that will be required and collected from the data sources would be the objectives and key performance indicators of the business processes that were redesigned, the business process reengineering techniques used by the organization, the critical success factors, cost, time, and efficiency of the business processes before and after the business process reengineering. Analysis procedure. The findings will be compared and assessed against theoretical models and benchmarks such as the Davenport and Short 1990 5-step approach to business process reengineering. The use of rubrics to categorize and assess the data collected. In the analysis, it is expected that the use of the quantitative data can compare and validate some aspects of the qualitative findings and vice versa. The use of graphs, charts, and tables to summarize and display the findings. It is estimated a 3 to 4 week period for the collection and analysis of the data required for this research. Here is an example of how the data will be presented. In closing, the purpose of this research is to examine the effects of business process reengineering on an organization's performance. Our research question: how has business process reengineering techniques contributed to ABC Companies Limited performance? The significance of the study: contribute to the existing body of literature from the perspective of an organization operating in the Caribbean. Contribute to the existing body of literature by providing qualitative and quantitative perspective on the effects of business process reengineering on performance from the business process level. The conclusions to be drawn from this research: 1. Business process reengineering have contributed to the performance of the organization, or business process reengineering techniques have not contributed to the performance of the organization. I thank you and bid you good evening.